Okay, what up ladies and gents? It is your favorite Asian robot right here. Sorry about the long delay for starting stream today. We were quite busy. We ended up quite busy because I had to go work on a contract, get it all signed and everything. So there's an upcoming sponsored stream later this week, for those of you that don't know. More details will be released over the next few streams, and I will be talking about things, so please do look forward to that. That being said, I will probably tell my Discord in advance a little bit later tonight. But yeah, things have gone good. Negotiations are done. And so here I am. I thank you all for waiting patiently in the background. And we will be carrying on with whatever we need to do today. So that's going to be a thing. Hello, Thanet and Hassan. Welcome. Go. Dunzo. Posted. My goal. And then now to start the poll. Okay. All right, here we go. Here's the poll set up for today. I'm also removing my pinned message since it's no longer relevant. Okay, you may have your say now. I'm interested to see what the people are thinking. Hello, Mo.
New super chat received.
Examo, thank you very much for the super chat. Welcome to the channel. I hope you guys have a good time. Abiorugu, welcome. Welcome, Amugus. I have never seen your name before, Abio. I see a membership symbol, but I'm just like, never seen this person's name before. Regardless, welcome to the stream. Unless you're somebody that's been here before but changed your name, in which case, fair enough. Okay, okie dokie day. Sorry, readjusting a couple of things on my desktop. All because of, well, let's just call them adjustment issues. Gotta angle my stuff perfectly. I tend to have very specific positions for things, so when things are not positioned correctly, it bothers me. You know, like when it's just like a centimeter off or something like that. I don't know if it bothers anybody else, but it really bothers me. John, thanks for advertising my music as always. Today, John is really liking the music because the tunes were to his taste. So he is 100% going to advertise that. Yes, indeed. Please do. Please do. Time to get rid of these. Sonny, what up? April, good to see you. How are you doing?
If there's something you need, you'll need to pay.
It's a very John style song. Okay, I've got nothing else to buy with my coins. So, all of them. Come on. Don't think I need anything else. We're Gucci. Hey, Lewis, good to see you. I'm glad to hear that, Petra. I love looking at these polls. 58% excited. Considering the fact that I literally never see a Blair in Albion, I'm not sure why people are excited at all, but interesting. True, it is a very Vengeance style song, isn't it? That's fair enough, Abiorugu. You're welcome to just lurk and watch. We always appreciate our lurkers. Thank you for saying hello. I'm doing very good, April. I genuinely cannot complain. Today is a good day. And Gabokdan. Well, first and foremost, I am just going to take good old lovely Valby into the Sigma sector just to get her points for the day. Then later on, we'll be doing some experimentation, some light experimentation. We will be testing out Keelan's infant dash while we also talk with chat. Because lots of people are talking about this Blair update, but there's also lots of people that just don't seem enthusiastic about it. This time, you know, we're seeing a 62%, but I'm looking forward to seeing all the votes calculated and tabulated correctly. Either way, please don't forget to like the stream if you haven't already, you know. No, he won't be good, in my personal opinion, unless they change two things. His casting speed and his AoE. You see, Valby's fastest build, which I'm sure you guys know about already, it's something that I will be, it's something that I'll be showcasing to you guys very soon. But Valby's best build is this one. It's a very simple build where all she does is cast her first skill. Okay, she doesn't cast any other skill, but this is literally her fastest build in the game. Alright, it will wipe out pretty much everything and give you total free reign, which is what makes it so scary and dangerous. It's a powerful build, and all it requires you to do is press one button. But my old Blair build was also, like, literally a free-to-play build. Let me just double-check this. But yeah, Blair, when I tested him for real, is just not good. I'm glad you liked it, Lewis. John really liked it as well. The update is out on Thursday, my friend. We're just gauging hype right now. I respect you for still being willing to spend money on this game, a 3D artist. The corn thing looks like it'll be nice and terrifying, but we'll see. I'll set it up as a special goal. I'm quite certain that they sped it up, as far as I can say. But I, again, will say that it better be fast as frick. No worries, Thanos. I'm glad that you rewound my earlier stream. It's good to watch and, you know, check out details that you missed. Hello, Christian. I hope you enjoyed the stream. Welcome, welcome. Welcome, everybody. I wouldn't mind memes if there was an audience to meme for. My main concern right now, I think you can tell, is just these low player numbers. They worry me a lot. I feel genuinely disappointed about the situation. Well, like I said, I have no intention of spending right now. Here I go. Except for special goal events and things like that. Bounce, bounce. Well, I hope then that you will support my goal on stream. Like I said, I won't be spending any more on this until they prove that I can turn bigger profits. You're welcome to like Blair, nothing wrong with that. I don't mind. I just hope he becomes efficient. I want him to be stronger, not weaker. That's the thing I'm most disappointed about. Because Lepic is a grenadier, but he's not really a fire character. You've got Ezimo, who's a bomber, but he's not really a fire character. Blair is the fire champion. You know, and it's disappointing that he is not competitive.
Here goes.
The truly deadly arson is not his special weapon. No matter what people say, it is not his special weapon.
Boing, boing,
And if he has to rely on that to be good, then I'd say that's really sad.
Mission complete.
Let's take a look at truly deadly arson, and let's see whether or not it is his exclusive weapon or a weapon that can even help him. I haven't built it, but here we can always see the details. Let's take a look at the unique ability. For on hitting an enemy, inflicts void fire. When burn is inflicted on top of void fire, it explodes to deal damage, then transforms burn into the more powerful inferno. Right? This sounds good, but all of this is based on firearm damage, none of which is actually based on skill damage. So it's not going to be Blair's weapon. And even if it does convert things to fire attack, that's not helpful at all. Like this is not something that's going to help Blair. It's going to slow him down, at least in my opinion, because unlike other skill-based descendants, don't forget, Valby literally just has to cast one thing. She can have a really powerful peacemaker to blow away elites instantaneously. Blair
What do
doesn't
you
have
get
that.
when you-
That's the problem. They need Blair, in order for Blair to be actually useful, he needs to be able to run and cast faster. That's the main crucial key. He is too slow to compete with any farming characters in the game right now. And listen, Christian, if you do like the game, good. Just don't forget, also support your creators. Don't just support the game. It's great that you guys like the game, but if you don't support your creators as well, there won't be any content for you to consume, and then you'll all be left in the dark. So just remember that. All right? At the very least, if you can't super chat or whatever, that's fine. I understand that many people have a lot of expenses. But make sure you at least register me as your creator. If you do so, that'll be immensely helpful. If you're planning on spending on the game, register me as your creator first. Just hit that link. See that link in chat? Hit that. I have zero hope for him. At all. I genuinely care very little. I just hope that they make him good, because I know that if they don't, then this is just going to be another situation whereby he's just going to be irrelevant and everybody's just going to be like, well, you know, we kind of told you. We kind of did tell you. I'm just going to go all the way up here for max MP just because I want it. It'll be helpful. The wings do look nice on Valby. Anyway, Valby is more or less ready and done, so we're good to go. Now we're going to test something entirely new. So let's find out how it feels. Thursday. I'm surprised people don't know when the update is. Updates are only on Thursday, guys. Any other day of the week, you check your watch. If it's not a Thursday, there's obviously no update. Well, if somebody's already done that, then I wish them very well, but honestly, every game has a few insane people that don't deserve to be allowed an internet access, but that's okay, because occasionally I will say you kind of need those people. Without the insane, it is very, very difficult to have a game, because you see, the insane people disregard their own life for the sake of making your game great, and that's good. Without the insanity of those individuals, life gets a lot more miserable. Putting 12 into Blair is already a gigantic waste of time, considering how, forgive me for saying, but honestly ass that he is. if it wasn't for the fact that he was absolute garbage, I would say that's a worthwhile investment of your time. But he really isn't. So if you put 12 catalysts into him, that's literally 12 wasted catalysts until they buff him. Then your investment will be worthwhile, but yeah, nah. How I wish that the investments were worthwhile. Would have been nice. Okay, let's work with this. I'm trying to think. If I can, then something like this may well be possible. And it still wouldn't be enough, so... okay, let's be smart. Because this one won't work together with stim, right? Okay, makes sense. Something like that? Yeah, not enough. So... shame, but we'll reach something like that. Okay, barely enough. Barely enough. If we utilize this kind of setup, barely enough while still maintaining everything else. Okay. You have 20 in Ajax. Jesus, Martin. Y'all are wild and crazy. I respect that, but y'all are still wild and crazy. Hey, Foxarella, it's going alright. Can't really complain. Just working on things in the background. How does matchmaking work? It literally just puts people together that are in your region. So, you know, not quite sure what kind of answer you want. There's no direct way to join other people's operation, of course not. You just hit the matchmaking button, or you form a party yourself from the social menu. Everybody knows this. And you should too. Okay, let's see what we have. Okay, lesser of two evils. This will be a bit of suffering, but let's take that. So he's got less hit points overall, but better durations here. So that's nice. Therefore, we don't really need this, do we? We can still have this, which would pretty much set me perfectly straight, but again, it makes no sense to strip that away, so why don't we just keep this there? No problem, Hosam. Well, Curvy Bobby, of course they will react negatively because I'm pretty sure that it's going to be terrible. And Xamo, why don't you ask the devs if they will, okay? But thank you again for your super chat. I hope you keep it up. You want to see me as a descendant? Tell the devs. Show them how much money you're throwing at me and then say you should put me in the game. That'll be fun, right? And listen, people can put as many catalysts as they want in a character, but you have to be thankful to these insane people because without them, unless they really want to waste their catalysts, they're probably buying catalysts, which is really good. It means somebody's paying the server cost for no reason. Good for them, right? I'm sorry, I have no idea what you mean by Gub's crosshair. What? I mean, y'all can have as many catalysts, like I said, as you want in Descendants. I mean, if you want to be inefficient, that's on you. You know, y'all do what you want. I am not here to stop you. I'm just here to look on in bewilderment and wonder What the hell happened to you guys and why did you go so wrong in life? You ask me, Foxy, as if I would know the minds of these insane individuals. I don't. I can only say, what the hell is wrong with you people? Please find a better use for your time. Alright? If you put that much energy into making money, you will make more money. I'm just saying. Being very honest here, you will make more money. And money is good. Gun crosshair? Lol. Better double check your spelling. But I don't mind the crosshairs. I have very good aim anyway. Since the very start of the game, and there's no creator code that you're supposed to use. Just hit the link, Bobby. So I'll put up the link in chat. Just hit that. There's no such thing as a creator code. Creator codes are just an extra for identifying the creator, but in actuality, all you have to do is hit the link and register. Registration is what gives the creator the opportunity.
You can't run away. This is your red. Move. Too slow. I'll kill you all. Too slow. This is your red. Move. This is your red. Out there. Show broken. Move. This is your red. I'll kill you all. You can't run away.
I would say that for me, I don't do that, but I mean, you do whatever you want to do, Jake. You can choose to follow only my methodologies, or you can choose to experiment on your own. I never say that anything anybody does is dumb, because if I answer honestly, I think everything most people do is dumb. But you should do what feels right for you, man. You're the one playing your game, not me. So if you like it, then go for it. You know, I have my methods, but if you like whatever you're doing, you're satisfied with it, then go for it. I use my Peacemaker only for very specific purposes, so obviously I wouldn't do that. My dog is right there, alright? If you don't see my dog, it is because you are blind. With all due respect, ladies and gents, this is why I say I find most things that people say very, very... Without intending to cause any offense, I find it very dumb. Because... What do you mean you don't see... What do you mean you don't see the dog? The dog is right there. It's collecting stuff for me. So genuinely no offense, but most people do not observe everything. Blair is being released on Thursday. Everyone knows this. If you don't know that he's being released on Thursday, you need to know when updates occur. So please make sure that you're properly taking into account game information. Well, for most people, that is the case. Well, if you're interested in the game, then you should keep up. If you're not, then, with all due respect, good sir, head back to Destiny. Alright? If you have mixed loyalties, then at least know that on Thursday, that's when updates drop. as everybody knows. Because if you still identify as a Destiny player, then my question to you is, what are you doing here in our space, if you don't mind me saying? Now, let me see the time. 3:32. Okay, we're gonna switch it off around. Right, Bobby? Everybody always asks that question continuously. They never check, nor do they care enough to know that these devs, unlike other devs, they're very, very consistent. They've set a day. They've literally set one day for their updates. It's always going to be Thursday. So anyone that doesn't know that should know that by now. Hello, Brandon. Neo Wolf, I'm just testing a couple of things while checking the polls. What you see is not what the truth is, Hossam. Don't try to understand from observation. That is never how you play video games. It's kind of like how people say, I've watched you play Cloak and Dagger on Marvel Rivals, but I can't do the same things. Never learn a game by observation. You must understand what I'm doing at any one point in time. For example, most of the time, if I need to run around and loot, it means that I want something specific. Now, in your specific example, you talked about Freyna, right? You're talking about a very old example in the past. Now, the reason why I was running around looting is because the dog cannot keep up with all the loot that drops in the special operation, which means I may miss out on gold. So in order to not miss out on gold while my dog is looting one corner of the map, because the dog only loots one item at a time. Well, it only loots in one area at a time, sorry, not one item at a time, but it only loots one area. And the dog's AoE is slightly smaller than yours. So I will often go and get my own stuff to ensure that I don't miss loot. That's what's usually going on when I'm looting personally. So this is why you must never make a misunderstanding or a misjudgment. Because you'll think, I don't have a dog? No, of course I do. Every player should have a dog. Their effects are useful. So don't assume anything. And certainly never learn anything by observation. Worst way to do anything in video games. Start by understanding what the purpose of every item is, and then check what's actually in my loadout and what's not.
You can't run away.
That is if you want to get good at video games. Any video game works the same. I don't worry about what a person is doing. I worry about what they are actually teaching. And most importantly, just don't be stupid. There are way too many people, and I'm not talking about you guys in chat, but in general, there's a lot of people that like to think stupid things and ask stupid things. Just don't be one of those people. You know, a lot of people, they'll say things like, I'm sorry that this is a dumb question, but here's the other side of the coin. If you think that it's dumb, it probably is, and you should not be asking it. Because if you have to ask that so-called dumb question, it means that you screwed up somewhere. Like, I just want to be honest with you guys about this. It means you screwed up somewhere. So, in order to avoid that, think first. Ask yourself logically if something is working as intended. Alright? Think through the logic, work through the logic, and if genuinely it doesn't seem to match up with your expectations, that's when you ask a question. Especially when something seems illogical. That is the best way to use your questions. Because then, you're really thinking about the principle behind something. A lot of people do, Hollywood KT. It's the normal part of becoming a streamer. People will ask you, I mean, genuinely, it might surprise you, considering I'm quite short with most people, but I actually have a lot of patience. I have an inordinate amount of patience for you guys. Just saying. Okay, what you're actually seeing is a very, very patient version of me. Because for some of you who know me a bit more personally, you will notice that I tend to speak very fast. That is actually my normal speaking speed. When I'm on stream, I speak slower, intentionally, on purpose. Okay? And I will tend to repeat words or statements that I deem important. This is all because I'm aware of two things. Number one, people cannot directly pay attention. And number two, some people, unfortunately, now this is not their fault, but I am one of the only content creators left on this game, which is problematic. It's actually because of the second reason, John, because in the past, there used to be creators who would do stuff in a person's own language. So it was a lot easier for people who did not speak English to get assistance. But nowadays, I realize that with the exodus, let's call it that, exodus of creators, in some unfortunate circumstances, there's a lot of people who do not speak English as their first language looking up my information. So, unfortunately, I have been attempting to adjust for them a little bit more than I would. Because genuinely, if I speak at my normal speed and I'm explaining things to you guys, then realistically, this is how I'm talking, and then non-native English speakers are like, what the hell are you even saying? I can't understand what you're saying. But this is actually my normal speaking speed. So when I have to deliver a principle or a lecture to somebody, I'll say, okay, so this is what you're actually doing with the character. This is why you're doing it, because if you use this particular module in this particular circumstance and situation, you will do quite well. Do you see the difference? So when I'm on stream, I'm actually very, very patient. And that's what I do. Okay. Not trying to offend anybody with any of this. I just like being upfront with you guys because there's no sense in lying anyway.
My shield's down. I'll snuff the life from you. Move. Shield's over. I'll snuff the life from you. Shield's down. You can't run away. Down. My shield's down. I'll kill you all. Shield's broken. I'll snuff them up. I'll kill you all.
You. That was unfortunate.
Really? Damn it. My shield's down. I'll kill you all.
No idea, Ziggy. I genuinely don't care about those. The only medal I want to wear is the medal I earned in Marvel Rivals for being a top ranked player. That's about it. Any other medal has no meaning to me. So when the medal system comes out, I'll explain it then. No point in asking me early because, again, I didn't watch the live stream and I genuinely have zero concern for this because I feel that adding more ego to hardcore players is going to be silly. Especially considering this is a PvE game and not a PvP game. I think that if they want to help people ego trip, then they better be prepared for what that's going to entail. I'm testing the Zoomy version. Quite frankly, I actually find it worse than my version. I mean, it's cool, but, you know, I don't find it extra special or anything.
This is your random. I'll kill you all. Too slow. Move. Too slow. Damn it. My shield's down. snuff the comfort. This is better.
Damn it. Because the problem is he can still be knocked down during his thing. That's so irritating though. Because that I feel is shouldn't happen. The differences are not that much, so I guess it's a personal choice. There's a bossing build for Serena, Kaval. You should watch the bossing build. There are two separate builds, one for Void Erosion Purge, one for bossing. They're slightly different. So I would suggest watching the... Instead of saying, can I use the Purge build for bossing? Why not just use the... Why not just use the bossing build? It's in the playlist. I'm glad that you guys are excited for Ultimate Blair, but I can't draw up any excitement for him, and I don't know why you guys are excited with a character that's inefficient. All he's gonna do is be slow, so you're gonna play it, like, in my personal opinion, you're gonna play him for all of 5 minutes, and then after that, you're gonna realize he's slower than every other character out there, then you're just gonna throw him back in the bin. I mean, there are both builds, so you can make both on the same character. I made all 3 builds on the same character. VP, boss, and farming. It's not that the hate is real, it's just that it's a factual situation, Michael. As much as I'm glad that you like Blair, the thing is, it's literally facts that he sucks. Until he's actually useful in combat. Like, other than those people who really, really like him and will desperately play him no matter what, he's still going to suck. Now, the only thing that will actually save him, like I said, and I'll hold off judgment until I actually build and play him on stream. But the fact of the matter is that he is utterly useless unless he can compete baseline, if he can't even outfarm Ajax, which he cannot. You've seen the tests on stream. He literally cannot beat Ajax of all freaking people. Ajax is a tank, one of the slowest characters in the game, and Blair literally cannot beat Ajax. Hey Joe, good to see you, by the way. I want him to be good, but there should be no character in the game that is slower than farming at Ajax. The devs have established a so-called baseline, right? They have. They've said that the baseline is Viessa, Valby, all this kind of shite. Okay, no problem. No problem. Okay? Not an issue. But in that case, there must be a cap as well, right? There can't just be a base and no ceiling. Makes sense. So if the timing is slower than Ajax, then they need to bring it down below that. That just makes sense to me. That's called a logical decision. So that's why, for me, I cannot understand why anyone would even be excited for something that's gonna be trash on release. He needs to be better, and we need to demand better. You cannot just be satisfied with what you get. I'm sorry, I like turtles, but the fact is, and we have to stick to facts, okay? When faced with a choice, do you know what's one of the biggest questions that I always get on stream? Let me be very frank with you guys. People just ask me straight away, what is one of the fastest farmers? Oh, how can I get this done fast? Because people don't have time to play. They want what's good and they want it now. When you have Valby and Keelan and Bunny who can all farm extremely quickly, what reason do you have to build an alternative? Freyna is also included in that. Blair is miles behind. And even Ajax is faster than Blair, hence my issue. Ajax is a tank. That's why I want him. Blair is a DPS. He should be faster, at least, than what he is now. You know? And while there are some people that are going to choose fun over efficiency, do you know why most people have actually left this game? Because they say, whatever the case of fun is, fun only applies to a couple of people. Actually, I've tested it, Michael. If you use my Ajax build, and I told you this before, Go build my Ajax build. I dare you. Go build my Ajax build and you test it for yourself. Ajax will actually come out ahead of Blair if played correctly. Now, if you play it incorrectly, then I cannot help you. And John, terrible joke there. But if you play it correctly, and that's not even to speak of the even faster farmers. I dare anyone. Show me that your Blair, do a video. I dare anybody out here. Show me that your Blair is at least on par with my Valby. Okay? When I drop my Valby, show me. Again, prove it to me. Show me. Any of you, I challenge you. You can see the Ajax timing in certain activities from my video. Oh, Keelan is miles better than everybody else. He's one of the fastest Void vessel farmers. I ask anybody, I dare you guys, show me. Show me that you can beat my timings on Blair with anything, like any activity. Accept the challenge. Go, show me, show me. Because I will say it again. You cannot beat what I can do. And if you cannot beat what I can do, then there's a problem. It's not because I'm excessively skilled or whatever. Do you really think it takes an excessive amount of skill to push one button? Okay. Let me highlight the situation to you guys, for anyone that doesn't know. This is my upcoming Valby build. Everybody should have seen it on stream already. If you didn't, then I don't know what kind of rock you're living under, but everybody has literally seen my Valby build, right? Okay. This is what we call a speed test. In fact, let me show you how we do it here. All right. I will go through the full process with you. So open up your eyeballs for anyone that doesn't know this, because y'all should already know this. She's actually not, but yeah, I mean, you're welcome to believe what you want to believe, but she's actually not. On a factual basis, she is still slower than Keelan. And if we're talking top 3, then she can't be slower than Keelan, but she is. So, assuming that you follow my builds and loadouts, and in fact, some people can actually go faster than me, but that one takes a bit more skill. But I'm going to show you guys literally the most basic way of playing 0 skills. Okay? What I'm about to do requires no skill whatsoever. Top 3 descendants to use whatever you want, but make sure you have ultimate bunny for farming. That's what I'll advise you to do, Ernie. Okay.
No chance. Get out of the way.
All I have to do is run in a straight line. Even if you give the response, John, it's a TikTok question. If you don't see it on YouTube, it's probably a TikTok question, which means even if you answer, the person's not going to see it. Okay? I ran in a straight line, ran back, and then, you know, move forward again. It's okay. I welcome people's beliefs. I don't challenge their beliefs, but for me personally, I must stick with the facts. Now keep in mind that I'm playing in a brain-dead manner. I'm not using any of my skills. Well, they're not really necessary anyway, but all I'm doing is literally running in a straight line. Alright, using the basic movement technique that I've taught all of you, and everybody should know them already. So Bunny is always the baseline. Bunny is what we call the baseline character. I don't care what the dev says, this is the farming baseline. She is the fastest farmer in the game, she sets the base. Then every other character is ranked after that. Well, I would really recommend you get Ultimate Bunny first, but if you're happy with Ultimate Valby, then go for it. But Ultimate Bunny is a better initial farming character, and she did get buffs, so yeah. Okay, electric condense, detonate, bosses go bye-bye, more or less.
My shield.
Continue to run in a circle around targets. As soon as electric condense is off cooldown, trigger again.
Eat this. Out of my way.
And theoretically, I could go faster if I just shoot while also blasting. So there you go. Alright, so this is the basics. 2 minutes 58. So this is what we establish as, okay, this is the faster timing. That, you know, okay? So then you do a comparison. You do a comparison to that timing, right? And this is with me not playing at maximum skill. So then you adjust in accordance with that. But you see, I like turtles. That is kind of the thing. You like turtles. You like slow things, right? That's fine. But when we are measuring objectively, many of you do not understand my perspective on this. You must understand that what I'm speaking about is an objective measure. From an objective standpoint, when people say to others, you must realize your impact upon others. When people say to other people, oh, Blair's good. Yeah, he's fun. Great. But that doesn't help the individual because what they are looking for is good characters. So what they're going to do, and this has happened very often, they'll play a character, he sucks, they receive this recommendation from, say, a main of this character without considering objective information. What I would do as a creator is very different. I give people objective information. I'd say, look, you can play for fun if you like, but this character can only do this much, which is not enough. Therefore, it should be buffed. That's what I'm saying. If you find it's worth the grind, okay, no issue, good. I'm glad you're having fun. But what people are seeking are answers. And Ernie, I would just say build Serena, build all the Descendants that I have on my YouTube channel. If I have a build for it on my YouTube channel, build that. If I don't, then it's going to be a waste of your time, more or less.
Shield is down.
Keelan is your next best speedster. Now let's measure Freyna's time. Okay, so this is Freyna's timing. Freyna has an excellent situation because Freyna is even more effortless. She can even just wait at this section. All right, there you go. So she can just wait here without needing to interact with anything. Oh no, off the map. Whoops, that cost me a bit of time. That's okay, Freyna can take care of it.
How was that?
Now since I know their spawn locations, I can just adjust accordingly. Okay, Freyna killed everything already. That's all I'm saying. I want to see facts. I don't care about opinions. Everyone has opinions. Opinions are irrelevant. They affect you, but not others, which is great. Play your way. Don't make a misunderstanding of the fact that I literally tell people, play your way. I don't care how you want to play. All right, it's your time, your results, your thing. But my job is to bring efficiency, is to bring perfection. Again, I want to see it. You know, you can say whatever you like, Michael, but you've already accepted the challenge. You shouldn't even be at this stream. Go record the video right now. If you have to record multiple runs for a perfect run, by the way, that's also pretty bad. You should be able to do it at the snap of your fingers if you really believe that your character is faster. Just like I'm doing now, live on stream. Show the build, show everything, and show me your time.
This is
You do so, I'll watch the whole thing. No problem. But I need to see it. Because if I'm not seeing it, then I can't verify it. And if I can't verify it, then that is just the same as everything else. It's conjecture. Best part about Freyna, she can shoot her gun while her poison ticks go, and there you go. No edits. Well, after work then. Alright. Freyna actually did that faster than Bunny despite falling off the map. That would put Freyna clearly in the top, right? So 253. Now, granted, Bunny does struggle a bit with Alzarote, but there you go. Slight advantage right here, 253. You saw that this is faster than Bunny, so Freyna would be faster than said baseline. Now, we measure Valby and Keelan. I want Blair to beat any of these timings shown. If he can do so, great. If he cannot, then great. That's fine. But this is what I mean about objective results. Objective tested results. Again, or as Winter Soldier always says, again! Now, we'll take my Ness build out for a spin. Why don't we, yeah? I hate what they did to my queen, but oh well. As Nirvana said, oh well, whatever, never mind, right? With the lights out, it's less dangerous. Here we are now. Entertain us. I feel stupid and contagious. Wait, I feel stupid and what does he say after that? Oh man, I can't believe I forgot that. Hold on, let me search it up. Oh, here we are now. Entertain us. There we go. Okay, so this is Ines. Time for the Guinness Book of World Records.
Give up. No.
We're not hating on Blair, dude. In case you haven't noticed, we're on your side. We're trying to make Blair better. I don't want him to languish unused, just like Jaber. I want him to be a top tier character, which is what you should want if you like your character. So I don't know why you guys think that this is Blair hate. We're literally just saying we want him to be better because, I don't know, there's examples of better characters like everywhere. It would be nice if Blair was among them. This is what happens with a lot of folks. I like turtles. You guys argue with emotions, opinions, but you won't give me facts. All I care about is facts. I don't care about opinions. I've said that. But if you cannot prove something with facts, then it serves no purpose. Do you understand my logic? Facts, people, not opinions. None of us hate your characters. Quite frankly, I don't think anyone hates anything in a PvE game. In fact, most of the time, you guys seem to hate our faster characters. But what we're here to do is make the game better. How do you make a game better if you're willing to accept a character being underpowered? Okay, made it to the last room. Here we go.
Damn it. Give up. Come on, out of the way.
Okay, both bosses.
Keep trying. Oh,
That. $249. I mean, look, it can feel nice. That's okay. Play whatever you want to play. But facts, people, facts. Show me that he can get this timing. You use my builds. My builds are built for maximum efficiency. That's what I'm trying to say. Show me maximum efficiency. Because if not, then it means your character should be buffed. Makes sense, right? I don't know why people think that I'm not out here literally fighting for buffs for your characters to make your mains better. All right? So unless you have something against me personally, all right, or you don't, or you know, some weird twisted reason why you don't like the way I do things, everything that I do in life, even in video games, even in anything else, doesn't really matter. Do you know why companies hire me? Do you know why I have a sponsorship coming up this Friday? Do you know why another program invited me back to be a creator? There's only one reason. Because I stick to facts. I'm a very, very honest man. Maybe unnaturally so. But I am an honest man. If you go back to my Ines bossing video where I showcased the Defiler, I believe the Secret Garden build is in there. I'm actually using the exact same one. Exact same one for the Defiler. I haven't changed it. So all you gotta do is go back to that video. I believe it's Ines's bossing video. Just slap on the same mods. I never changed my Secret Garden because I'll tell you, I'm a very lazy man. I'm a perfectionist, but I'm also very lazy. I really cannot be arsed rebuilding Secret Garden because it's a pointless waste of time. I rarely ever use it for damage. So now you guys have seen 3 characters: Freyna, Bunny, Ines. Let's take a look at some of these slightly slower characters. Okay, fair is fair. Keelan. And now we're going to use my preferred farming loadout for Keelan, so let's make this happen. Python, of course, is his weapon of choice. Now for Keelan, I'm going to have to put in a little bit of effort. So, unlike the others, I cannot play him completely skillless. VEP is for gun descendants, or it was intended to be. Soon they'll make it for skill descendants, but you're not supposed to see her in there because she's not meant to be in there. That's why I say different things have different plans, different ideal situations, and that's how it's supposed to work. Okay, here we go. Keelan now.
You can't run away. Move. Wither. This is your end. Too slow. I'll kill you all. This is your end. Crumbling rot.
Excava, I do not use it. I mean, I'm sure some people were very hyped about it in the past, not quite sure why. But on a personal level, I've never used it. I don't find it that good. I think it's okay, but I think it was a lot of overhype as well. I feel that there are way better weapons out there. But who knows? Maybe with the next Void Erosion Purge, we'll see Excava get used. Of course. Well, I'll be doing Valby first, but then after that I'll show Ajax, no problem. When I do a speed test, I do a fair test, which means everything.
You can't run away.
And by the way, Michael, when you send me your video, remember you have to send it to my business email because I don't think you can post links on YouTube. So please send it to RealAsianRobot@gmail.com. All right? Or you can send it to me on social media. You can tag me on social media and it'll be totally fine as well. I forgot Keelan could fly for a second. Sorry, that cost me a couple of seconds. I was like, wait a second, why am I down here? I can fly. I often forget because I play other characters that Keelan can literally just ignore physics and do whatever he wants. Another reason why Keelan is one of the faster farming characters. Because he does not need to care about physics. Physics are not an impediment to him.
Move. Shield's down. You can't run away. Damn it. My shield's down. Too slow. This is your
You
way.
can, but it's too slow. That's the only problem. I've seen it in action, and I've tested it out myself. I do want to test it for bossing, which I will do so later.
You can't run away.
In fact, that's exactly what I was supposed to be testing today. But we may as well do this first. Like I said, I'm big on, you know, properly showing people stuff. So I'm big on that. Because at the end of the day, I want you guys to have the best possible experience, nothing less.
Shield's down. This is your
There
range.
we go. So Keelan also achieved 2 minutes 54 seconds. Alright. Now, granted, this is because he can literally freaking fly. But we'll show Ajax in a little bit. Best XP farm, Special Operations Defense Mission. Some people like to use 400% as well, but the Special Operations Defense Mission is the best XP farm. And no problem, Joe. You take your time, man. Because you're busy hustling. You're busy making that money so you can pay my rent. Or, well, contribute to it so I don't go out on the street. So for that, Joe, I'm super grateful. Thank you so much, by the way. Okay, now, let's take a look at Valby. And then we'll take a look at Ajax, okay? Now, this is going to be my one-skill Valby build, all right? So we're going to utilize only one skill, but it is the fastest way to play Valby. As boring as it is, never mind, whatever it is. It's efficient. Let's just call it efficient. Yeah, look, just show me that you can beat my timing, or at least get close to it. That's all I'm asking. Because if somebody can show me that Blair can actually do decently, good. That helps. But so far, he hasn't been able to. That's my problem. Appreciate you, Joe. Always. Now, this is Val using a perfected, optimized build. Now, again, I will tell you, this build's a little boring, but it is what it is, okay? Just bear with me.
Take this. This one's for you.
This was designed for maximum optimization, not necessarily maximum fun.
Bounce.
And this is the same build that I'll release to you guys very soon, okay?
Here I go.
Oops. Triggered the wrong skill. Didn't mean to do that. Guess you didn't need to do that either. Okay. Run, do not roll.
Here goes.
Achieve high ground. From high ground, toss water downward. Like a waterfall. Water must flow downward. Okay?
Take this.
Position like Freyna. Move.
Shields are gone.
Do not make use of any other skill. This is literally the fastest way to play the game. The only one you might use is Hydro Pressure Bomb, and that's for repositioning. Use it to position yourself well, but other than that, all you're casting is one skill. Your main damage source is one skill. That's it.
So annoying. Get sprayed. Here I go.
Use her skill to overcome gaps or other areas where necessary, but for the most part, you do not do anything else. Okay. Occasionally, you may leave some folks behind, quickly sort them out, and move on.
So annoying. Here I go.
Yeah, but I think if it did leave water trails, which it should, it'd be a lot stronger. And that's the whole point. I've literally been saying this, though.
Here goes.
I am a firm believer that since Serena can leave fire trails, then give me my freaking water trails and Hydro Pressure Bomb. Because it ain't fair. Okay, again, all slaughtered, right? Okay, move on.
Shields are gone.
Position
Take
and
this.
splash.
Watch
Whatever doesn't die will be dead. Don't sweat it. I haven't used VS in a long time, sorry. I haven't optimized her and she's got no arcade tuning. So I cannot do so because there's just nothing I can do in regards to that. In future, if I work on it, I will. If I choose to work on her, but more or less, I'm pretty sure Viessa is close to Ajax's time, actually. But yeah, sorry, my Viessa has not had her arcade tuning done. So it'd be a bit of an unfair comparison.
Watch out for the splash. Here I go.
That's where the fun begins. Now, Valby's little secret is that every single puddle counts as its own instance of damage, which is absolutely fantastic. So abuse that, kill the bosses. You can use Hydro Bomb for like faster. Now she was 3 minutes 49 seconds, but unfortunately this map doesn't suit her. That being said, she is still slower than most of the others because her movement speed is tied directly to this. Now, can she be faster? Yes. You can actually put a third sprint speed core to put her on par with several of the other farmers, but because she has to spread her water manually, if there's differences in areas, right, she ends up going slower. Now, she'll actually be faster in Sigma Sector or flat grounds or grounds where there's a downward movement from up high to down low. Why is that the case? Because her water can bounce and travel downward. Okay, so do take note of that. But she's about 3 minutes 49. And this is as efficient as she can get. She literally cannot get more efficient than this. So adjust as needed, but this is about her speed. Now, again, you can actually, you know, add a bit more speed, but you're not going to see a lot of difference. And for those that think, oh, you should use your third skill, no, because your movement speed is locked at 1,000. Don't forget, my Valby's base sprint is already 1,173. Yeah. Okay. Now, Ajax. Ajax theoretically has a bit of an advantage here. So this is the same build that I showed you guys. Okay, with the Void Charge. I do think her other skills need a buff, because the most efficient way to play her is just using 1. And anything that limits the casting of her 1 causes her to slow down, which is annoying, but it is how it is. Still, it is the most efficient way to play her, and she does really, really well. Okay, here we go.
You're next. Let's go. Shit. No chance. Charge.
I can get a faster timing than what I showed on Valby, but again, if we're just talking purely comparing their most brain dead gameplay, then well, it's a little tough.
Get ready. Shields are down. Need to be recharged.
Okay.
Let's go. No chance. Reload. Shield. Shields are offline. Charge. Stop. Back away.
For jumping type characters, a lot of time is wasted on the jump itself
Charge.
because the momentum is changed. So it's very different from dashing characters that can pretty much set their dashes.
Stop.
There we
Reload.
go.
Shields are down. I need to be recharged. Stop. Watch out. You're next. No chance. You're next. Shields are offline. Get ready. No chance. Stop. Shields are down. They need to be recharged. You're next. Stop. Back away. Damn it. Get ready.
This is where we're about to do some fun things.
Shields are offline. You're next. No chance. Hypercube activated.
Ajax got about 3 minutes 49. So yeah. That is about Ajax's timing. If you can get 3:30 on Blair, that's good. But again, please, I want to see what people do in order to achieve a faster timing. Of course, while murdering everything along the way like I always do. Show me. Show me. Because thus far, I have not seen any Blair prove that they can do this faster than Ajax. I want to see it. Please show it to me. And if it's because you've got a maxed out speed stick, you know, you have to run at the fastest possible speed. Okay, fair enough. But still, I don't know. I think he deserves some buffs because if this is the slowest speed, in my personal opinion, Ajax should have the slowest farming speed, then, you know, it's not really great. Because he's a DPS. A DPS should be faster than a tank, in my personal opinion. So I want to see him be able to do that. Now, going back to what I was testing, I need to go do a little bit of this. So now we're going to have a little bit of fun.
Do you need information about the Colossi?
I wouldn't say 330 is impossible. Dude may have it, but just show me a video. If you can show me a video proving it, I'll happily accept it. Because I like to see evidence with my own two eyes, and that helps anyway. Hey, SBG. For me, I'm just here to advance the community, so I don't worry about whether a person is being real or being fake with me. The ultimate proof is do a video, show it to me, make sure I can see your full build, all your stats, everything. You show me everything? Okay, no problem. I want to see it. You show it to me, I'm good, you know? Doing alright, can't really complain, SPG. Just chilling and blood spilling. Robot style.
Boom. This is your end. I'll kill you all. You can't run away. Too slow. Too slow. Boom.
Nah. Infinite dashes are a no-go. Because the amount of damage you can rack up by dashing doesn't really seem that great. And I don't know. To me, I feel like it's just going to waste a lot of time. So if anyone wants to play the infinite dash build and you think it's really, really good, well, I leave that up to you. But I think if we want to talk Keelan's bossing, his normal bossing is better because his normal bossing works like this. I do have to change reactors for it, but let's see. This should be the normal bossing with, I believe I'm going to need my scout rifle. Or a launcher or hand cannon, whatever. Hand cannon works, right? Okay. Just bring out the Malevolent. The Malevolent's just for a little extra damage, but we can use that. Same arcade tuning. Or, what if... Actually, thinking about it right now, what if I could do that here? Something like that. Nay, I haven't worked on it right now. Sorry, pal. Gotta test something in the lab first. Does this one have... It doesn't, does it? But why not? It should. Because I have this all maximized. So... let me see. Okay, that should work. I'm sure it has. Foxy of the Kim. Kim of the Fox. Foxorus Maximus.
Would you like to access the laboratory?
Give me 1 second, I must test something. But yeah. The Malevolent is a very good weapon. Anyway, checking in with the polls so far, 182 votes. Got 58% excited, 19% not excited, 12% says nobody's even going to play Blair, 11% only care about dynamic motion. Fair. Okay, so it takes 2 shots. Understood. Excuse me. Okay, let's go spend some Amorphous. I actually need Crystallization Catalyst Blueprints, so I'm just gonna mess around. Fox, I saw what you wrote in the Discord. I'm sorry, I respect you too much to ever do that. You know, I would love to make certain jokes, but I can't, Fox. I respect you too much. Yeah. Because I would not want to get in trouble with you, my dear friend. You know, same thing as Mystic Dove. Maybe one day you're hanging out with me in the voice chat, I might. But, you know, respectfully, with text, I think you could go very, very wrong. So, no, thank you. But the 1K speed is the problem. Because theoretically, with a proper speed stick, you can reach close to 1,300. I believe, and with brisk walk, of course. So I think that that might be. Don't worry, Foxy. One day when we hang out together, okay? You know, same deal I gave Mystic Dove. You know, one day when we hang out together. All right? Y'all dirty jokes. You can use ATOMs for Haley, but not for her Zenith. So it depends on what you're using her for. ATOMs in general doesn't pair with Zenith. So if you're using Haley for sniping, you're not using Zenith. You get what I mean? That, I believe, is the only issue that they would be highlighting to you.
Colossus intersection.
So if you're trying to use Haley with and using her Zenith sniping build, yeah, it won't work. The piercing light, yes, indeed, it works very well, of course, but I think when he's asking in context of the ATOMs, it's because ATOM's unique abilities charge up. Yeah. It's better to just follow my methodologies. Don't try to use one thing for everything, and certainly you might want to be very wary of trusting information you hear out there. People talk all kinds of shite. The other day that I was in the official Discord, somebody literally told a person, yeah, you can transfer your energy activator from your normal character to your ultimate, which is obviously false information, right? And y'all should know this, because it is impossible to transfer your energy activator across without a photonic imprinter, and even then, that's acquired from special events, so people give false information all the time. Be very, very careful. Well, brisk walk will increase your movement speed temporarily when you shoot an enemy, so it's used, like, before people travel through certain sections. But again, look, I gotta see the proof, and you need to have 3 sprint speed cores in order to achieve the maximum timing. 3 sprint speed cores plus Blair's second ability, which increases movement speed by 25%, will help you achieve a faster timing Thanos. And your arcade tuning, well, I don't know if Blair can, but if you can make it downward on the left-hand side to the movement speed, that's also another way to reach the cap of 1,300. Essentially, you'll be running as fast as Bunny, but then in which case, movement speed is no longer a factor. You're just dealing with pure kill power. And that's where a lot of people seem to go wrong.
Too slow. This is your rent.
Don't forget to bring me one, Fox. Thanks. And just for anyone that's wondering, this is not the Tormentor, this is the Executioner. I'm just farming crystallization catalysts. Okay, this is not some kind of super bossing build or anything. I'm literally farming crystallization catalysts while chilling with you guys in chat. Speaking of the ATOMs, though, I do want to try ATOMs with Ultimate Sharon. I think they are. You usually get them during updates and events, so yeah, they should be.
You can't run away. Loading. Too slow. Reloading. Boom.
Oh, whoops. Forgot to detonate him. That can happen sometimes. Hey, Doc. That's nothing new. I mean, with all due respect, my friend, everyone's disappointed with SMO. SMO was born a disappointment. Yeah. Well, he does tend to be, yes. That much is true. He is a boring man. Now, when Foxy is back, and if John is in chat, alright, I think that after this metalcore album is done, I might work on a completely different album. I had my fantasy metal planned, but I think the AI is just not ready yet. So instead, I'm going to work on something else. I might give y'all a little sample. Kyle is fun, but he is mostly for headbutting people. Oh, I know you're here. Oh, it's a Foxy's back too. Now, this is one way to do bossing, but if you were talking Kyle for bossing, I was testing something wild the other day. It should work in theory. Let's see what happens, eh?
Time to end it. This was dumb.
One punch! Only 20 million. Weak sauce! Power, get the power. I do have to work on Kyle's arcade tuning. I'm just not looking forward to it.
Collide.
One punch!
It's over.
And yes, this will never not be funny to me. Welcome back, Foxy. He is a double-barrel shotgun.
Charge.
He's here to give him both barrels and then run away. Brave Sakal, he ran away. He bravely ran away.
Time to end
One
it.
punch!
Too easy.
Hey, if you need to open amorphous materials, is one of the ways to do it, right? Anyway, like I said, welcome back, Foxy. Now, you guys want to hear a special preview of my upcoming idea for an album? Yeah. Let's remove the music in the game, all right? For those who like my little music previews, now this is not coming out anytime soon, but I was just working on a concept. I'll just say I really like this voice that I have, okay? This is one of the new AI bands that I created. Ah, here they are. Have a listen.
She comes to me with scarlet lips and says tonight you're mine, and I'm burning up for her. I can't deny that my heart is blind, and the drums pound out like an omen, like an angel on the run. says, give your soul to me and I'll make you a king. I can see that smile and hear that laugh. I can feel the knife, but I can't feel the sting. I follow her into shadows, and she swears that she's the one. She said, don't you know I'm your lover? And the ceremony's begun. And I dance with the devil in a midnight masquerade, all alone with the shadow of a love that I betrayed. And the night has come to claim me, and the fire will never fade. And I dance with the devil, and I dance with the devil.
Insane, right? I heard this voice and I was like, okay, I'm gonna sign this AI band straight away. But this band has a very unique concept. There's a male vocalist and a female vocalist, but they won't ever sing together. So I'm working on their fictional lore right now, but they've got a very interesting backstory.
Too easy.
Lurk away, Zelg, lurk away. If you want to hear the male side, same band, but the male side, right? Have a listen.
In 1965, you were dead on arrival. Don't remember the first time. Maybe it's better you don't. Never been the same since I met you. Got no reason to forget you. Every other song was about you. Who was it that said it was a new day? You never made it easy, like I didn't have enough to worry about. A quick glance, a missed heartbeat, a new crush. You must be out on your mind. Never been the same since I met you. Got no reason to forget you. Every other song was about you. Who was it that said it was a new day? It's got me. It kills me. I need it. I've got to have it.
So this one, what I actually did was that the two AIs just sounded really similar, and I found that I could work with both of them, but obviously you can't make them work together, so I just created the lore in a unique way. But yeah, I was thinking that instead of doing the fantasy metal next, because that's just not ready, and I want that to be absolutely perfect, I heard the female voice, and I was like, okay, wait, this works well with the other male voice that I had, so I can create an album around both of them. And my new idea was born. So I'm personally looking forward to it. I think it's gonna be fun. But yeah, after the metalcore is finished, I think my next album will be gothic metal / gothic rock, which is gonna be awesome. And the female voice is very, very powerful and very awesome, as you guys already heard. So I hope you guys will look forward to it. Okay. I'm glad you like Blair. Well, Raynor, first build every single build that I've ever built. Honest to God, that's what you should do. And focus on raising your mastery to mastery rank 20 minimum, okay? Anything below 20 is considered totally new to the game. Doesn't matter if you've got some stuff or anything, doesn't matter if you're returning. Why 20? Because 20 is the most important rank. After 20, whenever you catalyze your Descendant, you don't have to worry about module capacity anymore. Same with weapons. So make sure you get to Mastery Rank 20, and no content will be locked to you at 20, all right? So first, go and get Mastery Rank 20, and then after that, you know, do all the other stuff that you have to do, i.e. build the builds that I've showcased. Depending on different activities and what you want to do, there are different builds on my channel which you can access. I would say make sure you have your Ultimate Bunny build going. Make sure you have Glay, Serena. These are some of the top characters. Go do all that, and you'll be good to go. But that's the best advice that I can give you. For returning players, there is no quick summary of what you could do. Just get back into the game, start playing, and make sure you do everything that I have already said. That's all I can do. Well, that's the best that I can give you anyway. Now, give me a moment. Well, Keelan is competitive with Bunny, so go for it. Now, y'all give me a moment. I need to do something in the background right now. Won't take long, though, thankfully. You're welcome, Raynor. Okay. What's my thing about Warframe? What thing? I do not know what you're referring to. Okay, 1 second. No. And I have no desire to talk about another game while I'm streaming TFD, if you don't mind. Whether I have or haven't, I simply don't desire to talk about it because, for me, not much point. This is a TFD stream. I would like to focus on that. What is going on here? You'll have to give me a second. I'm just trying to sort a couple of things out. It's weirdly being odd with me. Yes. The only time I will give my thoughts on a game is, number one, if I play it as one of my main games or if I'm a partner for that game. And since I am not, I don't think I should be giving my thoughts on it. Nor do I want to. It's just not professional. What's going on here? Sorry, I'm just trying to sort some work in the background before I carry on. It's quite important, but I'm not quite sure what's going on. Gonna try one more time, just in case. Come on, yes, click save. Jesus. Okay. Guess they're just gonna give me errors for now. Okay. Whatever, I'll work on it later then. I cannot be arse dealing with this right now. I'll have my vengeance. I've heard of Two Steps from Hell, but no, I haven't heard that specific song. Okay, let's get rid of all this crap. Okay. I'm gonna need more catalyst blueprints, so... in that case, that should be, if I'm not wrong, Two Steps from Hell doesn't have a vocalist, as far as I remember. So, would that be a guest vocalist? Still, I may check it out at some time.
If all modules were the same, I'd be out of a job, right?
Would you like to use the laboratory?
Yes, I would like to use the laboratory. Okay, now. I don't believe that matters, but let's try anyway. Okay. Okay, can't complain about all these. This is fine. I guess if I wanted a bit more damage, I could put in something like focus fire. Let's see. On a personal level, no. I'll still try him for the people, but I want him to be a faster farmer than what he is now. That is my honest thought process on him, because I just don't see that value. I genuinely don't. Support requests? I'm not quite sure if I know what you mean. Overcharged edge. Okay. So I just need as much shields as possible. Okay. Start stripping all that away. Of course, we want to show focus. And then overwhelming shield. We can put that in a blank spot. Then I believe for overwhelming shields, we're consuming hit points, so why must she only have one? Well, that's fine. This is
New subscriber
it's not
detected.
skill damage. Sure, go for it, Stamps. You can use him for MR anyway. Yeah, but I'm not sure what the problem is, Zelg. I personally don't use support requests. Nice, Thanos. Viesa is also in need of more support. But hers is mostly that she does a lot of damage, but just doesn't have a lot of range. If they upped her range, she'd actually do pretty well. Also, welcome, new subscriber. Okay, let me think for a minute. I will also need increased shields. So we have that. Then we'll need to correct the external components. So let's start by putting on everything that has the highest possible max hit points. So that this one will be changed over for you. This one is left as is, this one is changed over as well. That should work. Okay. Now we will need this HP conversion or this amplification. Sorry, not amplification control. Weighing the scales. First, we'll try with weighing the scales. That gives me 24. And if I were to swap that with HP conversion, I get 27,000. Okay, so this is the best so-called bang for my buck. Now, let's move that into this spot. This one gets moved here. Okay, now... Gerardo, I haven't worked with Greg's in a long time. There's an old build you can reference. I would suggest you reference my older build to see what I built on it in the past. But I haven't done one with cores and all that stuff, so I do apologize that I'm not able to give you more of an answer. Now, can I also include time distribution? I can. Let's push that even further. Now, she's got no arcade tuning here. That's fine. You know what, like this. Okay. Right. Now, what else would be good for this? Because the way I see it, I'm pretty sure I could, I guess... Because all I want is the maximum damage here, and I've already got shot focus. I could use, walk tightrope wouldn't trigger because overwhelming shield. Okay, so that's out. Blah 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 blah. Let me think. Oh, fair enough, Zel. Well, again, like I said, don't know if there's any issues with it, but if anyone knows, they'll answer you. No idea, Bone Collector. I will go and get a reactor when, when Blair eventually drops. Okay. At most, I could foresee nimble fingers. Skill extension might be nice if we had something like that. But I would probably need 2 more C slots, which is saddening. Let me just see how far this will go. Save that. Do I actually need the additional time? No, probably not. Okay. Let's test. I think you're literally the only person that asked about that, which is why people may not know, buddy.
Activating stealth.
I mean, it did kind of do nicely, but... Okay, let's check again.
It ends here.
It still doesn't equal Serena's damage. So unless I'm doing something wrong, which I could be, anyway. Still, to me at least, it doesn't equal the kind of damage Serena can put out. And if I don't crit, yeah, I just don't see it.
Initiating stealth operation.
If I do crit, it's very, very nice damage. Yeah, okay. Oh, I'm using overcharged edge, so you won't be able to run that anyway, because walk a tightrope will not help. This is, I mean, you can compare the damage that I'm doing now to the damage that you'll be doing then, but as far as I can tell, this should, in theory, be the highest possible damage. Actually, I should test strength in first shot as well. Completely forgot about that. But yeah, walk a tightrope, conditional recharge, that does not help you crit. So one thing you need to understand, Nocula, is that unless you are guaranteeing a crit, okay, you're not going to finish off the target. Now, this is good enough for most targets, just probably not Tormentor.
Would you like to use the
However,
laboratory?
I like seeing what people can do and, you know, all that kind of stuff. So I'm just testing right now, you know, what I can do with this thing. And we'll find out. Completely forgot to check strength in first shot, though. I do want to see it in action.
Loading. Unseen.
That crit, but hit for 43. Okay, that was weird. I don't know why it doesn't show the strength in first shot buff.
Activating stealth.
Which again, weird. Because if it's
You won't find me.
triggering properly, it should show that. 94, okay. That seemed pretty good. Again.
Initiating stealth operation.
I think with strength in first shot, it is possible to reach. That one just reached 143. Now, that is, of course, because of the additional buffs and whatnot, but still very, very interesting. Okay. Maybe there is something there.
Unseen.
Oh, wait. I didn't reset. Whoops. Okay, reloaded.
Initiating stealth operation.
That only did 12. Okay.
You won't find me.
Did 32. And now he's got attribute. Ah, because he's got a resistance debuff. Fair enough. I guess that makes a huge amount of difference too. Okay, spawn him again. Best way to do this, spawn him again. Reset my cooldowns, make sure I've got no extra buffs and whatnot. Okay. Reload.
Activating stealth.
No crit. Okay, so that's the result of no crit. Well, like I said, if I'm not using something, there's usually a pretty good reason. Burbuja, it's most likely that the build is bad. There's no such thing as non-crit, and I'll tell you why. Because crits are a multiplier, you need to have the maximum amount of multipliers possible. When you don't have the maximum amount of multipliers possible, no matter what build you do, you are always going to be bad. And I just want to be very upfront and honest about that. You will always be bad if you just, you know, not care about... basically, if you just choose not to care about your multipliers. So just be aware of that. That is usually the biggest issue for most people.
Initiating stealth operation.
Okay. Non-crit, at least I can deal 10 million. Now I'll wait till everything fades away and do it again. See you later, Fox. Sorry this takes so long. I just want to be 100% sure. I cannot be unsure about this because I must know.
You won't find me.
Okay. That was no crit. Damn it.
Load.
Okay. Let's use a different target. Because this will be a lot easier on a less defiant target. This guy. You'll do, won't you, buddy? I do have a Voltia build, but it's an old one. I literally only use it in Void Vessel. There's no reason to use Voltia. Until it's a top tier weapon, like I've said, there's no reason to use most
Initiating
things.
stealth operation.
If they're not top tier, don't waste your time. Okay, that's 56 right there. Fair. Now that is with a crit. Now we're going to put strength in first shot in. We're going to do it again. Well, yeah, of course the non-crits hurt a lot, but that's kind of the thing. You know, what we're doing here... plain and simply...
Entering stealth state.
Ah, damn it. Non-crit on this guy, of all people. Are you kidding me? Well, I better wait it out. Yeah, Voltia is just for quality of life. And that's fine, Burbuja, but expect those weapons to suck ass. Especially if they're not top tier, because, again, it's no point. If a weapon's not top tier, don't bother wasting time. That's my general rule of life. If something's not top tier, I don't waste my time.
Unseen.
Okay. I still feel like weak point expansion is better and I don't have to worry about the reload. Okay, I have made my decision. Let's go have some fun. Volt is a quality of life weapon. I'll say again, Kwong. It's a quality of life weapon. It's not a DPS weapon. It's just good for void vessels to pop shields or for special operations to pop shields. And that's the only purpose it serves. You are welcome to love whatever weapon you want. There's no right or wrong answer. But again, just remember, we don't classify a weapon as good unless, you know, that weapon is so vastly superior to every other choice out there that that weapon will obviously, you know, kill off everything else. Generally, that's not the case for most weapons. So be careful of using the word good weapon. It's a quality of life weapon, sure, but it's by no means a good weapon. It will not out DPS most of the stuff in the game.
Initiating stealth operation.
Damn. No crit on this. That's just sad. I think if the ATOMs had just a 100% crit rate, this would be a lot better.
Entering stealth state. That assignment was too easy.
Yeah, no. I think the people that swear by this, I'm glad that they're happy, but they may as well use Serena. Because this is just too RNG dependent. Even if I trigger this, right, my firearm crit rate is like 71%. And this is with everything that I've put in there. At most I could put in shove an inside focus, but it's insufficient. Well, yeah, that's because that's what it does. That's what the unique ability does. Okay, let's check back for the polls. Wow, the polls have gone more against Blair. I guess all the Blair people voted first. But currently with 248 votes, only 55% of people are excited for Ultimate Blair. 21% are not excited. 10% say that Blair's not even going to be played. And 13% only want dynamic motion. Fair. Fair. Saddening, but fair. Still kind of disappointed. I mean, it's cool, but not cool enough to warrant me investing in it. Well, you don't need Albion Cavalry. I mean, you can build it, but if you're going for that, then you may as well just shoot with the Ancient Knight. Now, I'm pretty sure Valby completely outclasses Blair. At least to the best of my knowledge, I'm pretty sure that's the case. I could always be wrong, but I'm very doubtful that I am. I just don't foresee myself being wrong on that. Okay, anyway, time for me to spend the rest of the night doing what I love the most. And that is farming the good old It's time to farm my good old Tormentor. Well, that is true. Blair can outclass any Jaber. He does have that vibe. He does indeed. He has the vibe of solely outclassing good old Jaber. Actually, do we even know if that's true? Because I haven't played Jaber since the buff. I mean, I haven't seen one either, but still. Okay, I'll be right back. I gotta go to the washroom. I'll be right back, and then I'm just gonna murder Tormentor and we'll chill for the rest of the night. Okay.
Are you ready to undertake a void intercept battle assignment?
I just want Blair to be good, man. I just want Blair to be cool. I want him to have like maxed out powers, man. He deserves it. It's just so I mean, for me at least, I just feel it's unfair, you know? Like, why is he permanently, and I do mean permanently, shafted? It would be nice if he wasn't, you know, he was unshafted for a couple of seconds, but it is what it is, I guess. That's that Blair life. Anyway, time to play my favorite Serena Karina. Keelan's good though at farming.
Face the flame.
Now outside of farming, that's a whole different matter. I don't know where you got the statistics, pal. As far as I know, there's no statistics on who's playing what. But I can certainly say the player numbers have sincerely dipped quite a bit, which is disappointing to me. I'm very saddened to see it. Fair. But I mean, you can't just say you give up on the males, right? Because theoretically, if a male can at least get to the same level as a female, then that's a personal choice at that point. So if you give up on the males, then that's a personal thing, but, you know. On my channel, Enrico, look for my Serena bossing build. It's on my channel. Watch the video and learn what I do. Same thing. This build was released months ago, so you should be able to find it. All builds that I use are on my channel, good sir. Well, let's hope they improve the rest of the carton. I will verify that at some later point this, because I'm pretty sure she doesn't, but I know she does decent damage, but not big damage, my friend. I will test and let you know. Why not? One day, right? When I have time, after Ultimate Blair, I may as well test Luna, so that I can form a proper opinion. No idea, Breakable. But whoever it is, they just better buff them up to an unbelievable level.
Into the light. I have punished the wicked.
In the preseason, he was the bossing champion. Now, no longer, fortunately. I would like to check out a lunar build at a later time. Maybe not now, but definitely at a later time. It'd be cool, I think. me a second, fam. I'm just gonna check something quickly in the background. Because I really have to. Exactly as Kwang says, go run the void vessel. Then you get the doggo. Anything you need to find and farm in this game, just go and check the library and it'll tell you where to get it. Just got a bunch of spam emails. Holy crap. Sorry, guys. Sometimes we as YouTubers, people approach us for paid work and stuff like that, and I just got spammed to hell with these guys, so I'm just dealing with it really, really quickly. Jesus Christ. Okay. There we go. Sorry about that, guys. It happens once in a while. Yeah. Just get... It's not called acquisition information anymore. It's called library. But yeah, anytime you need to get anything, just go here, check this. You want to find doggo, it will say, okay, acquisition info, da-da-da-da. Yeah. Oh, wait. What was it called before library? Sorry, I thought it was called acquisition info before library, but it had a different name, didn't it, Zelk? Something else. Can't remember what it was called. Access info? Was it called access info? Glad to hear it though, Qual. And yes, all the boys do need a buff still. And I hope it doesn't come at the expense of nerfing the girls, because that's just silly. Most of the people playing this are playing for their so-called waifus. You nerf that, people are going to react badly. Ah. That's fair, Leaf. No, acquisition info is correct. Acquisition info is when you press on the thing. I just forgot what the actual library used to be called. That was access info. So acquisition info is correct. When you're looking at an item, you press acquisition info and it tells you. So that's completely true.
I have punished the wicked.
But I couldn't remember what the tab was called. But now I remember access info, the old name for the library. Now it's called the library. Ah, the herbal tea kills me on the inside, but it's so good for my health. All right, back we go. Now I'm gonna spend the rest of my few moments here speed farming this. And thank you for the additional info as well, Austin. Ah, if it isn't the mystic one. You're late today, my friend.
My shield falters.
But I'm glad you're finally here. Remember, one day we will hang out, okay? One day. Just so I can do terrible, terrible things to you. Live. You know, with minimal latency. We don't have to have the chat latency. I can just do terrible things immediately. Also, hi, Mystic. Good to see you. Now, back in. It's not like you expect anything different from me.
Impudent bastard.
You know me well enough. Sorry. One reason you're not playing sounds bad. What sounds bad? What is it that sounds bad? Are you saying you are afraid of hanging out with me because I will immediately do terrible things to you? Hashtag sad. Where's the trust? Where's the trust, my dear friend? Where's the trust? Gotta have the full trust. What? You think I would ever bully you out of this game? No. I would never bully you out of the game. I solemnly swear, I will only do horrible things to you that will give you nightmares for the next 30 years. Give or take a few. Okay? You have to trust me on this. Trust that you will enjoy it. Oh, Lord. Don't worry. One day, though, I will get you to. But I never bully you out of the game. Don't worry. I don't do that.
Impudent bastards.
Switch server in the game. No, you cannot. What? Evil smile. No. This is my devilishly charming smile. How is this evil? No. Okay, tell you what, my stick. What if instead I promise that I will actually treat you in a pleasant and friendly manner. To an extent. Okay? See, doesn't that sound better? Yeah, totally charming and charismatic, right? It's this sincere, honest face of mine. Okay? I will never do anything bad to you. I mean, hey, you're the one that, you know, has chosen to support me this far. All right? You gotta, you know, reach out and finally trust. Okay? You gotta trust in me. Trust that I will not do anything bad. Mostly good. Most.
Ask for a monster.
Well, Thanos, we gotta wait for them. I mean, I'm sure they will tell us eventually. Now, I will wait because, look, we gotta give them time. If the guy said he's at work, so he's at work, you know? We gotta give them some time before they can prove it on video. I'm more than willing to see their proof on videos. No. Just because in case you have received a terrible experience with others, I will solemnly swear to treat you gently. Okay? Promise. I won't even cross my fingers for the first time. Okay? For the first time.
Purification.
Tell you what, I will even allow you to use Jabber. Okay? I will actually allow you to use Jabber. Alright? That's, you see, do you see how much I'm willing to show my sincerity? All for the sake of being kind to you. I'm just glorious, man. I'm just glorious like that, you know? Yeah, you see, even John says, wow, see, he knows, he understands how much that commitment, all right, that commitment to being good meant, okay? That's why you can trust this innocent face, this face that shows that I would never do anything harmful to anyone, okay?
I have punished the wicked.
Dante vibes? No. I'm not handsome enough for Dante, okay? At most, Virgil. I can accept Virgil. Dante, no.
your judgment.
See, John, I'm just willing to go the distance, you know? So that we can pull some more friends into our wacky little crew. All good, Zelk. Nah, we just messing. Playing around with our new friend, Mystic. But you see, the thing is, one day I'm just trying to get Mystic to hang out with me. So that's the current stream thing. You know, so whenever Mystic shows up, you know, I will do my best to get Mystic to hang out with me. You know? So see, I'm even willing to take an offer to let them play Jaber. You know? Which is a serious offer. That's fine. Like I said, I just want to see it. I want to see the proof in the pudding. Because to me, that is important. No, don't worry. Whether you do or don't, it's okay. This is called on-stream entertainment. So, I am like just honestly like, all jokes aside, like you can cut. There's generally no pressure. You can come and hang out whenever you want. Okay, no pressure, none of that. But for the sake of on-stream, all right. I must do this because this is absolutely hilarious to me. So, yeah, sorry. Just gonna. You seem the tormentor. I'm your tormentor, so I'm gonna torment you within reason. Within reason, okay, and never seriously, but within reason.
Super chat received.
Well, yeah, that's how it works, man. Absolutely, 100%. You know, but I am a man of my word. I will be nice for the first stream, for the first time, okay? I am a man of my word. No, so far only Star and Foxy get bullied in Discord. I think we play on different servers, Zell. You're EU, right? So I will never be on your server because we don't matchmake cross-region. Oh no, that's okay. Like, genuinely no need to. You can if you want. All right? We're genuinely a very chill family, and look, there are some people that, you know, just don't feel like doing it. If ever, though, you ever need anything, we're here. Oh, you're NA? Okay. Well, either way, I am in Asia. I am, like, across the ocean from you. You can't get into my lobby. I don't see anyone in my lobbies except people from Oceania and Asia, so Asia-Pacific region. But yes, genuinely, please feel no pressure, okay? But, okay? About don't meet your superheroes. First and foremost, I'm not your superhero. Okay?
We can do it.
I think you will find that I'm just a very chill, normal person. But I do understand the concept of don't meet your superheroes, and if that's, you know, what you want, then totally cool as well. I get it. Believe me, I get it. I hear you. Alright? Just know that there's no pressure. But I will poke you about it every stream. Because I can. Well, yeah, it would literally, you know, be sad. I mean, if you like it with Void Explosion, I'll give it a go. You know, I don't mind giving it a go. I don't think it'll change my runtime, but why not? Nah, John. Don't guilt trip the poor lady, alright?
Do not fall.
Don't guilt trip the poor lady, alright? She's like a small, terrified hamster. And when you are a small, terrified hamster because of life or circumstances, you gotta ease them into it, you see? That's why I'm slowly easing them into it. I will go try it right now, Ryan. Just for you, bro. I will go and test it right now because we can. And because we've got time. So, why not, right? If you say that I will like it better with Void Expulsion, then I try with Void Expulsion. I mean, you could XAMO, but do you know how bad the lag would be? It's just not a great idea to do that. Okay. Let's get my Elite Barbarian on. Alright, so I believe it's Void Expulsion. This is the one you're talking about. Okay, so same build, just with Void Expulsion instead. We will have the standard arcade tuning. Okay, fantastic. Rest is okay. Let's go. Okay. Sterile Land. So earlier I got 3 minutes 49. Let's see what I get this time. If it's faster, it should be better. Yes, indeed. Do get the music and do get the merch if you want. Music is free though, so please enjoy. Okay, let's find out what this can do. Anyway, laugh all you like, hamster dove. One day. One day. It is my goal now. Alright, I will make you meet your superhero. One day.
Back away. Out of here. Back away.
Going to be weird using your build weapons? Hey, no problem. Depends on which one you're talking about. I don't think my metal core is relaxing. My metal core is more about anger and frustration. But hey, if you like my music, hey, I'm proud of that. Thank you very much for listening. I appreciate it. Yes, it is Ultimate Ajax. It is the Ajax of the Ultimates.
Back away.
Oh no. Bye. Thank you, Genevieve. I'm glad you like my live streams. I'm proud to have people enjoy my content. Oh! Okay, first of all, this run, that's no good. I can't do an accurate comparison because I keep falling off the map. I will try again after this to do a more accurate comparison because this would not be fair anyway, considering I did not fall off the map last time. So, forgive me, I will do a more accurate comparison on the next one. Please enjoy, Octane.
Take this. Watch out. Take this. Shields are down. They need to be recharged. No chance. Take this. Down.
He just might.
Shields are offline. No chance. Shield. Back away. No chance. Shields are down. They need to be recharged. Out. You're next.
Well, I appreciate it.
Shield.
If all goes well, the next album I want to work on should theoretically be more relaxing. Should being the key word. But we'll see. I am gonna see what happens.
Take this. Back away. Shields are offline.
I should have just busted out the Malevolent and killed him. Alright, so I'll use the Malevolent at the end for a faster run. I'm not going to take the timing on that one. I'll do a proper timing run this one. My reactor is tech. My reactor is tech, so no worries on that. And I am running Secret Garden. Well, it will be relaxing, but emotionally heartrending because it's all about, you know, sad, sorrowful love, all that kind of stuff. If all goes well. I don't know which my next album will be. I'm going to finish off the metalcore and then take a creative break so I can really think about it. Hey, Charles, how's it going?
Back shield. Shields are offline. Out of line.
I know. It appeals to a wide audience. That's why I do it.
Back away.
Anyway, like I said, don't worry, Mystic, okay? One day.
Take this.
One day.
Shields are down.
Target is on
Be
you.
recharged.
Okay.
Back away.
Targeted. Lo-fi's good. I do like lo-fi, but I don't want to create lo-fi right now. I have thought about it, though. But I don't feel like I want to create lo-fi.
Shields are offline. Out of line.
You know, that is a pretty reasonable ratio, and I kind of agree with that ratio, Zel.
Out. No chance. Back away. Shields are down. Need to be recharged. Back. Shield.
The best music is always sad, in my opinion. Yep, this is pretty much how Ajax got out of the void. He just monked it out.
No chance. Out.
Expulsion style is pretty nice. Basically, you're just focusing on just, you know,
Damn it.
showing off your voidiness. You can use the leap as a gap closer, but essentially you're just expelling, more or less, which is nice.
No chance.
Why not? You want to know what's the ultimate sadness, Zelg? When you are with your girlfriend, but you listen to sad breakup music when you're right next to her. Okay? Now that is a legendary level of dedication
Shields are
to
down.
being an emo
Need to be
nerd.
recharged. Out of line. Back away. Shields are
I don't
offline.
think all the descendants came from the void, no. I believe that they can all intercept the void, though. Farseer, damn it. This guy, look at him. Refusing to die. What a nerd.
You're next. Out of line.
Yeah, see, you're not on my level yet. Okay? You're not you're not a super emo. You gotta reach the super emo level.
Shields are down.
Just like how there are Saiyans, and then there are Super Saiyans. Okay?
Shield. Take this. Charge.
Don't do that. That is terrible relationship advice. Ask her permission first, okay? Consent is important. Either that, or you might end up girlfriendless after that shenanigans.
Need to be recharged. You're next.
Oh no!
Damn it.
Fucker! I thought I could clear that. Sorry. Never mind. Should not have done that. I should not have done that.
Shields is down. Need to be recharged.
Mystic Dove, that is a terrible, terrible joke. Okay? And this is exactly why I want you to hang out with me. Alright? Because you gotta tell terrible jokes like that. It would spice up the atmosphere so much. Okay? One day. See? You already understand exactly what to do. 4 minutes and 11 seconds. Let me see if I can get that faster because, I don't know. Splody Jacks is fun, but I'm faster with the other version of Ajax. I'll try one more time. I just gotta be sure. I just gotta be 100% sure. Could be some other differences in our build, but I don't know. I find the Void one faster. Could just be me, like I said. Okay, again.
Shields are offline. Out of my way. Back away. You're next. No chance.
Do I ever play with random groups for fun? No. Only with my friends. I only trust my friends. Okay?
Take this.
This is because I'm the kingpin. Sometimes
Need to be recharged.
it's better to maintain a wall. Some distance. You know? The only one that I have 0 distance with are Misapalo. If I'm talking to my friends, no distance.
Out.
Everyone else, respectful distance, because otherwise things get pretty crazy.
Back away.
So yeah, occasionally I will play with random groups, like if it's an activity where I'm just being efficient. For example, the Void Erosion Purge is much better in a group than it is solo. So it actually is a very, very good decision to play with others.
No chance. Charge.
Well, yeah, but also, come on, man. It's not my fault that I'm just so efficient that I killed pubs, bro. I can't help it. I was just born to be efficient. Yeah, no worries, Ryan. Like I said, for me, the most important thing is that I need to understand what is the most efficient. That doesn't necessarily go with, like, you know, fluidity and all that, so I completely understand. If you like the Void Expulsion, then by all means, but ultimately, it does feel a tad bit slower. You know, I just want to see if I am doing it correctly. I want to make sure I'm doing a perfected run, you know? And if I can do a perfected run and we're all good, then, you know, that's fine. Because Void also has its own weaknesses, as in, you can cross a great distance, but you may miss out on a target.
Stop.
Schmackadakadoo!
Take this.
Understandable, Pat. Oh my god, his shield got cancelled. That's terrible. Ajax just took terrible, terrible damage right there.
Nope. Shields are down. They need to be recharged. Damn it.
Okay, there we go. Let's see the final results. And 3 minutes 37. So if you mix up with a little bit of jumps, you can still get 3 minutes 37. So slightly faster than Void Walk. If you play perfectly and if you... so objectively speaking, slightly faster, but you have to play perfectly, and you still need to use your jumps wisely to cross distances. But yeah, viable. So either or, you can run either. You know, there's no problem with either, but I would say that one is not distinctly faster than another. So if I use a couple more jumps to supplement, then yeah. I mean, this is not copium. This is just me showing results, man. If it works, bro. I always gotta show what works. And hey, there are people out there that enjoy Ajax, so I do this for them. I do this for the public, for the people. All right? This is how I measure the size of my steeple. Like the beautiful people. Hello, Corey. And welcome to the end of my stream, because I'm actually about to head off soon. Now, I hate going off so early, but I need to today, because I need to go and sort out some contractual stuff with regards to upcoming sponsorships, things like that. So, I will be heading off now. And no problem, Ryan. I'm always willing to take on a challenge. I'm that sort of guy. I'm always willing to take on a challenge, have a look-see at, you know, what should be done, what needs to be done. Like, this is all important to me. So, I am more than happy to do it. All right. Thank you all very much for being here today. Okay. I will see you guys tomorrow morning for Marvel Rivals Ranked. I'll be playing again for the first time in a long time, so please do look forward to it, those of you who are interested in Marvel Rivals in the morning. And of course, tomorrow evening will be TFD again. Now, in the meantime, let's check the poll on YouTube before we go. And no problem, Tabcat, you have a great day as well. All right? Hope to see you at more of my streams. Now, the poll results, final result after 282 votes is that 54% of people are excited for Ultimate Blair, 20% are not excited, 13% only want dynamic motion, and 10%, well, they say that nobody's going to play Blair. So let's see the results on Thursday. Once again, thank you all very much. I'll catch you all tomorrow. Okay? See you later.